Now, we would like to invite Ajay Kaul on stage, who will present to us the case study on print and digital symbiosis. Ajay Kaul has over 20 years of global marketing experience and has served across various global brands in the US and India. He's currently the CDO at Mahindra Holidays. His earlier roles included Fortune 100 brands such as Google, Dell, and Lenovo. Ladies and gentlemen, Ajay Kaul.
So one of the tasks at hand for us is to really move the brand, which has traditionally been a push-based brand, to make it more of a pull-based brand. So a lot of our investments in marketing really has been in that direction to really change the shape of our marketing, and you will see that evolve over the next few months. So a lot of work happening in that front. So today I'm to talk about how we are using print symbiotically as a healthy marriage with digital. We have heavily pivoted towards digital, of course, in the last couple of years, but to us, we have also recognized that print still has a huge relevance for us, and I'll showcase a couple of examples of this year alone that really have showcased how it can be done successfully. So just to give you the context of our target group, we are in the timeshare business, which is about selling timeshare to young couples. Really our sweet spot of audience that we target is 29 to 35-year-old married couples with young kids, 3 to 5-year-old. And really the bottom two, if you look at the axis, the comfort travelers and the cautious explorers are the ones who we really target from our marketing standpoint. We are not after the people who are adventure seekers, the thrill seekers. That's not our brand. And this video really represents what we are.
Feels just like a dream, like a home, my happy place, where the trees are growing and the streams are flowing, the bees are calling me, go far away to a beautiful place.
जब आप बच्चे बन जाते हैं, बच्चे दोस्त बन जाते हैं, और कहाँ? Only at Club Mahindra.
So yeah, so this is the brand campaign that was running for a long time, really talks to the sweet spot audience I was talking about, really young couples with young kids. Now, for this year, now we are saying, okay, we have marketed enough. How do we now bring it to an extended influencer category? And influencers for us really are these young kids, also the women. Now, in our category, it's a high ticket price item. You're talking about a 4 to 5 lakh average ticket price of the membership. So with the due apologies for not being a sexist here, but men still play the dominant decision-making role in terms of actually purchasing that membership. Women play a huge influencer role in our category, so it was important for us to use that influencer category. And the kids under 10 particularly, leveraging how do you reach them and appeal to that influencer category. What we also found through our research, of course, kids love to spend time with parents in some meaningful activities. So edutainment is a big word for us in terms of what we use the parents and the kids to interact together in meaningful activities. And they, of course, now we are talking about the 35-year-olds. Most of them are in the traditional millennial category. They're quite social media savvy. And on the other side, I was talking about the women who are the influencers. They are good at planning. They are also really good at, they associate well with the TV personalities. And of course, they have the interest like the fashion category. These were the two pivots on which we based our campaigns, out of which came out two main creative ideas. So the first campaign creative idea was around the World Family Day, which is 15th of May is celebrated as a World Family Day. I don't know how many of you are aware of that, but for us, it's an important day because it quietly resonates with our brand. So what we did on this day was we took over Times of India jackets with this cover. This was the cover of Times of India in all the major metros. And you see the masthead, it was replaced with the Family Times of India. Does anybody remember having seen this? I see a show of hands. Of course, I see a few people. And this was basically a doodle that with a white cutout. What the insight really was that kids love to color. They still use the crayons, and they want to sit with their parents. And we actually invited them to then share their creations digitally with us. It's turned out to be a very successful program. And what was happening, sorry, going back to that slide, on an average, we saw kids and families spending up to 45 minutes engaging with the brand. And if you see the mandala, which is the main brand logo we have, we saw kids actually matching the colors in our actual brand and sending us those back with those actual colors matched. So it was a wonderful engagement with a brand where people, and we were then using this content as a UGC content and amplifying it further. The second innovation, again around the print, was where the campaign was really born out of the print media. So we use Facebook Lives quite aggressively now, and it's working really well. But we use celebrity influencers, in this case, Mansi and Rohit. We use them for doing multiple Facebook Lives in our resorts, like we have Virajpet Resort. Around the family day, we did this campaign where multiple times we invited them to, through the Mumbai Mirror, people were invited to go through the QR code scan, directly landing on the Facebook pages, and where they would then engage with the brand. So this is going back to the original doodle contest. So the QR code scan would take people to the Facebook page where this would be the starting GIF, and then would actually encourage people to come back and share their creations that they had created from that offline print activity. And this is the result. We saw fantastic collections of people proudly posting on their social media all the wonderful creations from their coloring activities along with their parents. And over 300 families shared their content. Similarly, on the Facebook live sessions, so we did various intersections along the day. So for us, food is a big category. We were sitting, the Facebook Live was done with the chefs, saying how various cuisines are made. That was beamed live. Similarly, around exploring different parts of the resorts, those were again driven through the Facebook Live events. And what we were also doing along the way was using these celebrity influencers to use their social media presence to bring people to their pages, and that kept the engagement going. And so what we're seeing, just to summarize from a Facebook Live standpoint, it's really working well for us in terms of driving engagement significantly higher than we see when we are not using Facebook Live compared to the organic reach we get. Typically, the industry gets 3x, but our brand gets even as much as 5x engagement on Facebook Live events. Similarly, there's a repeat usage of watching of those videos almost 3 times over. And if you guys have noticed, who is on the iOS Air platform? The iOS platform really has had an upgrade, iOS 12, and there's an embedded QR code now as part of the new upgrade. So QR codes are real. QR codes are here to stay, and it's become an embedded part of your experience. And finally, how do you then engage, how do you extend the longevity of your print campaigns? The way we did it, so during that day, we used multiple celebrity influencers in their various formats to keep bringing people back to their pages through their own social media presence. Similarly, we posted these interesting videos where we posted 52 ideas for people. The coloring doodle was just one idea. We said, here are 52 more ideas to go and engage with your kids, have extended fun with your family. And that's become quite an engaging activity that people are now coming back again and again with other 52 ideas. So the campaign, which was basically one day, lasted a couple of months because now people are sending back those 52 ideas back to us. So this is kind of example of how a campaign really born out of the print media was extended into digital and then amplified through digital. And finally, it's about timing. Timing is everything. When we were doing these Facebook Lives, this is in the evening time when the families are sitting together. We were doing Facebook Lives, and an activity which a family would like to do together or watch together. This is the celebrities having fun. This is an actual activity in our resort, which you see. And we got huge traction in all of these activities. So to sum up, our top 3 learnings from this year really has been that the sum is really greater than the parts. Print used alone or digital used alone do well, but when you work them together symbiotically, the results are greater than the parts. The second part is QR codes. People thought they were dead. No, they're not. They're coming back with a bang and are actually very, very effective when used well. And you can use your campaigns effectively to increase the shelf life of the print campaigns. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Questions?
Thank you, Ajay.